Blackstone presents Stone in Shadow by Burhan Sönmez, translated by Alexander Dow. This book is read by Shah. Of the many things hidden from the knowledge of men, nothing is more unintelligible than the human heart. Homer. Death is a mystery, and must always remain such. The Epic of Gilgamesh. Merkez Efendi Cemetery, Istanbul, 1984. Avdo considered the gravestone he would make for the dead man with 7 names whom they had buried today. He drew on his cigarette, took a sip of tea, and thrusting forward the fingers of his hand that held the cigarette as if he were talking to someone, he thought to himself, the gravestone would have to be black, and with a hole in the center. You should be able to see the emptiness on the other side. The void should grow and deepen the more you looked. The dead man had been a soldier. When they found him stretched out on the bank of the Euphrates during the Dersim military operation, he was unconscious, his memory gone. They told him his name was Haidar, and that he had been wounded by a band of Kurdish Zazas and had to rejoin his unit. Soon he was armed and made good use of his whip as the enemy was rounded up and driven barefoot into exile. The journey was long, and Haidar sometimes felt light-headed, as if he might fall, but he was convinced of who he was and what he was doing. When they stopped at a camp, an old blind man among the prisoners, half of whom had already perished, recognized his voice and said they came from the same village. What happened to him? The blind man asked, and he told Haidar his past. His real name was Ali. During the roundup, he must have been shot on the riverbank while fleeing from the soldiers. Realizing he had lost his memory when they found him and telling him that he was a soldier, they had given him a new past and a new future. After listening to the man, Haidar fled to the Mesopotamian plain in the south, where he came to believe he had no one identity. There, the plain spoke to him. You are neither Haidar nor Ali, as you have no memory of childhood, and with no memory of those years, you will never know who you really are. He walked the earth, following the stars. He took refuge in God, and read every book he found in search of an answer.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?